As a dividend investor, it is so critical to save money. The more money that I can save, the more money I can deploy into dividend-paying stocks. And the quicker I can accelerate my stream of dividend income, my stream of passive income that can be used to pay my bills. I want to tell you a secret. I have not always been great at saving money. If you've been watching my YouTube channel for a while, you probably have learned by now that I am pretty good at analyzing stocks, at picking stocks. I've got the strategy. I've been really good at sticking with this strategy for a long time and staying committed to this strategy. And I would also consider myself someone who has done a great job at earning money that can be used to deploy into the stock market. But the secret is I have not always been good at saving money. In fact, I'll link in the description below, one of my biggest financial mistakes in the past was buying this really expensive BMW M3 before I really had the means to afford such a car. Back then, it would have been much better if I took the money and bought a more moderate car and used the savings to invest into dividend stocks. But that is just one example over the years of my history of enjoying the finer things in life. So now I am married, we have 2 beautiful kids, it's 2019, and the expenses are pretty high. Raising a family here in the greater Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area, it is not cheap. So I'm always looking for ways to improve, to double down, and to focus on saving money, because I would say out of the 3 pillars of dividend investing, I really look at them as saving, picking stocks, managing the portfolio, and then sticking with the strategy. I've got those latter 2 pillars covered, but when it comes to saving, I can always do better. And so I want to challenge myself each year. And today, I want to share with you 3 tips, 3 strategies that I am using right now in 2019 to save money. These are 3 net new strategies that I am employing this year, and they're working really well in my personal finances so far, and I foresee them helping me quite a bit into the future. So let's get started. Let's talk about saving money that can be used to invest in dividend-paying stocks. All right, everyone. This video was inspired by a comment, and the commentator, the subscriber, was actually not asking about ways in which I save money, but the question sparked this idea because the subscriber asked, "Hey, Ian, what kind of shirt are you wearing? What size is it? Where do you buy it?" And the subscriber was referring to this very shirt. I love my wife. She is so amazing. She found this shirt for me, and I love this shirt because it's a frugal shirt. Believe it or not, the Ian of the past, and boy, I still have these temptations, would go after luxury items. And so we've talked about this in past videos, but Prada shoes, Louis Vuitton shoes. By the way, I actually highlighted some Louis Vuitton merchandise in a past video, but check this out. These are just one of the pairs of Louis Vuitton shoes that I've got. Let's see what's in the box. They got the nice dust bags, Louis Vuitton. These are some sneakers, Louis Vuitton sneakers. I haven't even worn these for years, but check that out. These were very expensive. I think I purchased these on a trip to Las Vegas years ago. This is the old Ian spending money that could have been used on dividend-paying stocks. Check this out. Prada, these are the Prada sneakers right here. I actually have worn these recently. I kind of like them. They're more worn out than the Louis, but check it out. Some cool Prada boating sneakers. These are in orange. Anyways, the old Ian oftentimes would be enticed to buy products like this. And obviously, buying products like this, it is fun. Sometimes in the short run, you kind of feel that excitement for purchasing that new good. But the problem with this kind of stuff is each time I buy it, it takes me a step away from financial freedom, from reaching my goal of dividends covering all of my living expenses. That's why I love this shirt so much. So the old Ian buy all this fancy stuff. The new Ian, I still buy fancy stuff from time to time, but it cannot be every time. It cannot be most of the time. It has to be interlaced. I like to have some expensive stuff, some cheaper stuff, mix it up, it all works. And quite frankly, it's not only about the cost, it's about the fit. So this shirt comes from Old Navy. It is very, very affordable, and why I like it so much is it is a size medium, but is the slim fit, and it is the extra tall. So I am tall, thin, in shape. I like something that fits more tailored, and I found that these are the best fitting shirts for me. The Old Navy, size medium, slim fit, extra tall. And my wife bought this for me online. She bought a few other shirts from Old Navy, same cut, different patterns online, and I love them all. And they are very affordable, very, very affordable, especially if you catch the sale on oldnavy.com. And so you contrast something like this with something like this, and the difference, the savings is staggering. And I know a lot of people out there, they think, hey, to be rich, I got to live like a rich person. I got to live this flashy lifestyle. I got to buy the rich person luxury goods like these shoes. No. In fact, to live a rich lifestyle, it is more important to save money and deploy it into the stock market. In my opinion, dividend-paying stocks are the best avenue because they pay cash flow that can be used to pay living expenses. And of course, I like to reward myself along the way. I like to splurge from time to time. This has actually been a really expensive year for us because we've had to make some purchases just in our home to organize our home better, because now with 2 kids in our home, we're trying to make the most of the space that we have, and we need some new things to help us organize ourselves with all of the toys and all of the items that we own. Having 2 kids, it's been a more expensive year. That being said, it is always a winning strategy to find discounts. And I'll tell you, the old Ian used to think, hey, I gotta spend the money. I gotta buy this because this is the best. This looks the best. But what I actually learned through this Old Navy experience, because I also own Ted Baker shirts. I buy a lot of Ted Baker shirts as well. And Ted Baker, even at the outlet's like $100 a shirt. The Old Navy shirts look better on me than Ted Baker. They are a better fit. And the big revelation that I learned this year is, oh my goodness, price, in the world of fashion at least, price does not have anything to do with the looks. Something very inexpensive can look better on me than something more expensive. And so that was something that just was kind of mind-blowing for me because I never had thought of that before. And so the takeaway for everyone today, one, if you're like me and you're kind of skinny and taller, check out the Old Navy size medium, slim fit, tall, amazing. But more than that, just challenge yourself. If you're newer to personal finance, if you're newer to dividend investing, you want to live this aspirational lifestyle, don't always believe what the media tells you. Don't always follow the Joneses. Keep up with the Joneses. If you see other people having stuff like this, good for them. At the same time, exercise your own judgment, exercise your own patience. You can buy this later when your dividends can support it, you can buy it, but in the short run, isn't it going to be a better financial decision to save up that money, deploy it in the stock market, rather than splurging on too many luxury items? So a big lesson that I've learned over the years, I've gotten better each and every year, but 2019 is even better because I'm telling you, just in 2018, all the shirts I was buying, dress shirts, were Ted Baker, 2019 Old Navy, and I look better than ever. So tip 2 kind of goes along with tip 1, talking about clothes. Now I want to talk about furniture. What I have behind me here, believe it or not, are cabinets from IKEA. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll link in the description below. Check it out. I would love to see you there. I share a lot of cool insights there, and we have a great community there, so please check me out. Would love to connect with you on Instagram. I shared this. It was amazing. Like I said, we needed to organize our home. We had so much food, we didn't have enough pantry space. So what we did is we bought these cabinets from IKEA. They fit our home, the decor. They match the style of our home very well, and these cabinets were only $95 each. Easily, the old Ian could have gone to a store like Ethan Allen, could have spent several $1,000s buying a cabinet, but the new Ian will go to IKEA, build it himself, which I actually really enjoy, and spend $95 per cabinet. Now I spent an extra $30, so an extra $15 per cabinet getting some hardware. I don't know if you can see here, but we put the nice hardware, the nice handles on the cabinets from Home Depot that match the rest of our kitchen, the rest of our home's look, to make everything consistent. And it's easier to childproof because we can put the nice attachment on these on this hardware to keep the doors closed from children, so they can't get in and into the cabinets without our help. Anyways, I love these cabinets. I'm really proud of them because I built them myself. The $95 each, you just can't beat that. Huge savings. And yeah, it's an expenditure. It would have been better to spend no money at all, but let's face it, sometimes I need to buy new shirts. Sometimes, look, I'm doing videos on YouTube. I want to be presentable. I have a business job. I am doing a lot of in-person meetings with people in the real estate industry. I gotta look good, so I have to make these expenses. Love to look my best with a lower cost shirt. And look, in the home, quite frankly, we needed this space. We needed it. We couldn't forego it. We absolutely needed a space to keep our family's food because our pantry was running out of space. Now that we have 2 kids, there's a lot more food in our household than when it was just the 2 of us. And so we were smart though about this. And what's fun about IKEA as well is if I had gone to Ethan Allen, purchased something, by the way, I love Ethan Allen, and it's okay to mix. You know, it's okay to have some pieces in the house from Ethan Allen, some from IKEA, mix and match. Expensive, cheap. Mix it all is good. But the reason I love these IKEA cabinets for right here is they fit the space perfectly. If I'd gone to a store like Ethan Allen, I bet you the piece of furniture would have been larger, bigger than the space could accommodate. And this is kind of a smaller space here. And so we wanted something that would fit the space perfectly. IKEA really worked out for us. And if this was a public company, I would highly consider looking into it. But IKEA is not publicly traded. I'll give you a bonus tip, by the way. If you have an IKEA near you, if you go to their cafe, they serve really awesome Swedish food. Now, you have to hit it in non-peak hours because it can get really busy there. But it's a great place to take the family, to take kids, because the food is really good. It's really healthy. We like the meatballs and the salmon. Comes with really nice vegetables as well. They have really good desserts and chocolate bars and stuff there too. Amazing. We love IKEA. We even took some of it home. We bought some of it from their little supermarket to bring home and cook. But just another tip, while you're saving money on furniture, buying the best furniture, the best lowest price furniture that the money can buy, while still having, I would say, a reasonable quality. I'm pretty happy with the quality here as long as we take good care of our things. I like to keep my things in good condition. I think it's going to last us. But while doing that, we're also getting a great deal on food there too. So it's a nice family outing, but don't get me wrong, a day at IKEA. Check out my Instagram. It's one of the few times you'll see me frowning. I was just tired at the end of the day, but it was totally worth it. Inside, in my mind, I was totally smiling from the savings, but on the outside, I was just worn out. And so that is another way that I am saving money this year. Now, I'll kind of combine this with way number 1 or lesson 1, and it is really just challenging myself. Again, Ian, do you need the luxury brands, or can you buy something to complement the luxury brands? Doesn't mean you never buy the luxury, but that works in synergy with it, that saves some money along the way. And yes, I can. Yes, I can with shoes, with shirts, with cabinets, absolutely. And so now I want to move on actually to money saving tip number 2. Tip number 2, how I am saving money in 2019. This is actually an interesting one. So I showed you guys this a while ago. I did a video about this, believe it or not. This is my Dyson vacuum. It's the V6 Absolute. I got a new battery from Dyson under warranty just not a long time ago. I'd say maybe 3 to 6 months ago. Battery is not working again. I don't know why these batteries are giving me troubles, but they are. And so anyways, there were 2 solutions to this problem. One, I called Dyson, and thank goodness, even though this thing is out of warranty, they're sending me another battery complimentary because it broke so quickly. So shout out to Dyson. Thank you, Dyson. I really, really appreciate the kindness. I'm going to get my V6 Absolute working again really soon. But the other thing that I did is I have all these points, all these miles, United Airlines miles. We're not really going to fly United a lot anymore. I used to fly United a lot when I had to do a lot of business travel. I don't do business travel anymore, and when I do, it's usually in the car. A lot of driving, but not a lot of flying these days. And anyways, when we do fly, it's usually to Hawaii, and we usually take either Alaskan Air or Hawaiian Airlines. And so we're not taking United to Hawaii when we typically go to Hawaii, because Hawaiian and Alaskan, they work better for us based on the routes and the times and everything involved with those flights. So anyways, I got all these United points. I'm not going to use them. I went online and was able to redeem my United points to buy a new Dyson vacuum. So what I'm going to do is I have a net new Dyson vacuum, basically got it for free with my points. And I also have a replacement battery coming for this bad boy. And so I'm going to have 2 of the vacuums. And I'm Mr. Clean, by the way. I like to have the house really clean, really nice. And so I'm being frugal. I'm not having to buy out of pocket a net new vacuum, but I'm getting that new vacuum, and now I have the old one as a backup. And I hope by having that redundancy, it will ensure that any battery problems or issues in the future, at least I'll have a smooth landing. I'll have the backup. And now I still have some United points left, but there's kind of 2 dynamics here. I'll probably spend the rest of them just because, again, I don't think I'm going to redeem them. Maybe what I'll do, go out and redeem them even for gift cards to Starbucks, for example. Just in terms of full disclosure, I'm long Starbucks, ticker symbol SBUX. I own that one in my stock portfolio. Maybe I'll just do that because I go there all the time, redeem it that way, or I'll buy something else. We'll see what's on there that I need. But I have the United credit card, and I'm paying an annual fee for that. And so I'm going to close that credit card just because I can use a credit card that does not have an annual fee. It was worth it to me back in the day when I was flying United because I wanted to rack up the miles and it was helping me. But, and I used the miles actually in the past to upgrade. There were times where I was able to upgrade and get benefits from those miles. But again, I'm not flying anymore on United very frequently. And so I'm going to close that credit card. I'm going to save that recurring annual expense. By the way, recurring fees, man, they're the worst. And so getting rid of a recurring fee is like striking gold for me. So that was one way to save money. But the other way to save money is I'm just using the miles that I do have to get the new vacuum that I need to keep our household clean. So that is number 2, tip number 2. And so your kind of take-home exercise is audit your credit cards. Do you have any credit cards that have annual fees? They may have made sense to you in the past. They may have been credit cards in the past that you valued, but do you still value them? Like I said, I valued my United credit card very much in years past, but right now, given my current life circumstances, I don't value paying that annual fee anymore, and so I'm going to get rid of it and save that recurring fee. And the byproduct here too is if you have any points sitting out there, don't forget about them. Those points can be redeemed for merchandise, for gift cards, for travel. You can use those points to basically save money. You just don't want those points to go to waste. You certainly don't want the points to expire or to forget about them. So that is tip number 2 and homework number 2 for you. So tip number 3, this one is a little more interesting. I don't know if it's going to be for everyone, but look, I recently filmed a few videos in my car. I'll link to them in the description below. If you noticed, my car is really clean. I'm a car guy. I really love my car. I like to keep it in good shape. And I have an Audi, by the way. One of the commentators was saying, hey, Ian, you're one of the subscribers, you're not going to reach financial freedom as quickly because of your car. And you know what? It is true. It is true. This goes back to the first thing I said in today's video. I am not the best saver on YouTube by any stretch of the imagination. I certainly don't have a BMW M3 anymore, so that's just the cost of that car, and the maintenance on that car was very, very expensive. My Audi is still a reasonably expensive car, but honestly, the maintenance has been nothing. It has been so dependable, and the gas mileage has been out of this world because I do have the turbocharged 4-cylinder, great gas mileage, and still plenty quick enough for me. But anyways, yeah, I'm not going to reach financial freedom as quickly. It is true. It is very true. And I believe I've been very apparent and honest with that on my channel, that of the pillars of finance, saving is one that I am always trying to learn, always trying to improve. But anyways, I like to maintain my car, and I like to maintain my wife's car. I like to keep both of them in really good shape. I like to keep them looking good. And so In years past, each year I would take these cars, sometimes more than once a year, to a local detailer. And this guy, by the way, and his company, they're the best. I mean, they have Ferraris, Bentleys, all the expensive cars coming in, and they do an amazing job. And he does just amazing work. I'm talking about like clay barring the car and then polishing it, then putting on the sealant, then putting on 3 coats of Carnauba wax, doing the engine bay detailing, interior, everything. I mean, it looks better than new. Anyways, this is expensive. I think my cost ended up being $400, $450 per car per detail. We're talking about a crew of people working on the car the entire day. So this is serious detailing for the perfectionist like myself. Anyways, what I am doing in 2019 is I'm saying no more. I just cannot afford to pay these details anymore. It is too much, and I refuse to take my car somewhere where it's not going to get the best treatment. I, for example, will not take my car through a car wash because it can get scratches from those machines. Even at a machineless car wash, where it's they use hands and soap. I don't like the towels they use there because the towels might not be perfectly clean. They can scratch it. Look, I'm a perfectionist. But anyways, I've decided I'm just going to do it myself. I'm doing it myself this year. And so I invested in a bunch of products from a company called Griot's Garage. Here is, by the way, my polisher. This is the handheld one, so it's really cool. It has this battery. I actually have 2 of the batteries. It has a charging station, so if the charge wears out, it charges real quick. I can replace it and keep going. But anyways, I got like the suite of pretty much everything from Griot's Garage. And up front, it was an expenditure. It cost me a lot of money. But in the long run, it will totally pay off because I don't need to pay anymore $400+ at a time to have my car properly detailed. I can do it myself. Now, you have to look at the time value of money. For me to do the work that the detailer would do, it's never going to be as good and it's never going to be as quick. But generally in one day's time, I can do a pretty good job on a car. And the way I look at it is it's exercise, and I do have the tools like this that make it a little bit quicker, but it's exercise. It's a way to get outside. It's a way to get away from the computer screen and get some sunlight. And so it's hard during the winter, but during the summer, spring, fall, I love it. And it's just a fun thing I enjoy. Now, I know a lot of people out there, they don't enjoy this kind of thing, and so maybe this can't save everyone money, but the way I look at it, and the lesson to myself and everyone out there, is sometimes you have to spend a little money up front to save money. Now, this wouldn't work if you live in a smaller space or you don't have a garage to keep these kind of things, because it's a lot of stuff. But if you have the space to store car care equipment, it can save a ton of money. Again, the lesson is it's an expense up front, but if you amortize that expense over the long run and you look how much money it's going to save in terms of not paying to have my car detailed and my wife's car detailed, it's a huge savings for us. And so net, honestly, based on the amount of Griot's Garage stuff I already bought in 2019, we're not saving any money this year. But looking into 2020, we're going to save money for sure, in 2021, so on and so forth. And I bought enough supplies where I'm not going to probably run out for a while. And so it's fun. I'm going to have my perfectly detailed car, keep it clean, which is important, quite frankly. I work in the real estate industry. Oftentimes I'm driving around. I need the car to look good. Sometimes I have business partners who will visit, who I need to drive around and show them properties. Properties that we're looking at or that we're building, that we own. I need the car to be in good shape for that. It's really important for my job, for my business as well. And so that's one of the other byproducts of this, is that it's going to help me do a better job at work, have a better experience for anyone who is coming in my car with me to visit real estate. Now, certainly there are other ways to save money. There's like, I could stay at home and eat food at home. Look, I'm already doing that kind of stuff. Stuff that's kind of table stakes I don't really want to mention in today's video, but for example, today I ate a peanut butter sandwich for lunch and an Annie's mac and cheese. By the way, Annie's is made by General Mills. In terms of full disclosure, I own General Mills, ticker symbol GIS. I am long on General Mills. I own that stock in my personal stock portfolio. Anyways, I eat the Annie's mac and cheese and some peanut butter bread, banana, good to go, save a lot of money. This is stuff that I started implementing in like 2017, 2018. And so again, I want to mention 3 things in today's video that were kind of breakthroughs for me. These are newer things that you might have not thought of, because maybe if you're like me in the past, you just thought luxury equated to the best look. No, it doesn't, both in terms of clothes and in terms of furniture. I think these look just as good, if not better, than some of the luxury brands. Maybe in the past you thought that these expensive credit cards were worth it. Maybe you forgot about your points. I think they do have a time and place, but I learned this year that, look, I have changed. My life has changed. I don't need the expensive credit cards anymore. I can get a new vacuum for free. And also what I learned is, if I'm nice to Dyson on the phone, bless them, they'll send me a new battery even out of warranty. I love these guys. So that was Revelation 2. But Revelation 3 is like, quite frankly, sometimes I got to stock up on the car care supplies, and it's going to save me some money in the long run. So look, I want to improve. Quite frankly, I want to improve. I want to get better at saving money. It has always been a weaker spot for me. I am a lot better now in 2019 than I was in the past, but I got a ways to go. And so if you have suggestions on how to save money, share them, please, with the community. We have a thriving community in the comments section below. Please share your thoughts. I know a lot of you out there are really frugal, really good at saving money, so all of us would love to hear your tips. If everyone here could share their top 3 or even their top 1, it would build such a repository of money-saving tips. And again, where I started the video is the honestly, one of the most important pillars of dividend investing is saving money, saving the maximum percentage of one's paycheck and funneling it into the dividend stocks. Because if one cannot save a reasonable percentage of their paycheck, if it's a really slim percentage, reaching financial freedom, it's really either not going to happen or take too long. And so I want my percentage to increase. I'm always pushing it. It's always difficult these days with a family, having more expenses than we did just as a married couple. But we're learning and we're finding ways to save, and we love it. Thank you so much for watching today's video. In terms of full disclosure, I am long on Starbucks and General Mills, ticker symbols SBUX and GIS. I own both of those stocks in my personal stock portfolio. In terms of a friendly disclaimer, today's video is not investment advice. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. Today's video is just for your fun and entertainment. If you're going to go out and invest in the stock market or anywhere else, please consult a licensed financial advisor first. Literally just sharing my journey here on YouTube for fun and entertainment. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being part of the community here on PPC Ian. We are 21,000 dividend investors strong. I will see you in the next dividend investing video.